Alright, so this arena run shows off Popcorn Seagull. If you don't know, Turkey got buffed pretty recently, and I was just kind of messing around with summon stuff and came across this kind of strat. I don't think it really actually does too much when you can just go like 1-up Eagle or 1-up Seagull, but it's different enough to where I thought it would be a video, and I decided to post it. And yeah, so did Turkey actually need a buff? No idea. Probably not. I mean, I don't mind there being this kind of weird triangle of like summons can beat kind of like okay teams that have like just a ton of attack, like Dota Rooster and like Melon and stuff. But then they lose to snipers, but snipers can beat like the summons obviously, and then the snipers lose to scaling. I did that in a very convoluted and complicated way, made that seem more complicated than it was, but there's like a rock paper scissors kind of thing going on, I guess is the analogy I'm going for. And I suppose that's kind of cool to have like different counters to different builds. And summons weren't really too popular, but like with this inclusion of the turkey buff, even though it's only +1 attack, it also buffs things in battle. I mean, not just in battle, but in the shop. So, I mean, it is pretty helpful to get those extra stats. Okay, so the actual run, this is a summon pack that's built for customs, and so I stack the deck with a whole bunch of interesting tier 6s, so that when I put popcorn on stuff, then it should spawn something with a good ability. And it's kind of fun. Yeah, just like the RNG summons just never get old. It's such a lottery of just like you can get something amazing. I put like walrus in this pack. You can go like microbe, or you can get a microbe out of like an orca. There's just so many things that can happen, and it's kind of fun. It's like gambling, which by the way, banned on Twitch now. So I guess that's kind of cool. Um, but not cool is that the fact that they're cutting back the payment for a lot of the partners. The revenue split used to be like 70-30, and now it's going to be back to 50-50. But that doesn't really affect me, and because I'm just affiliates, and you only get 50% no matter what. So trying to roll for a seagull here, because that is part of the plan, of course. The seagull strats are just, I don't know, level 3 seagull with an equipment is just fun. It's just like you get repeated spawns of things with popcorn or 1-up. And if they don't have any snipers, it beats a lot of really good teams. Even teams with like Lemon, like it's possible. Again, you could get Microbe or Walrus or something, and or you could just get like a Boar spawn. And the crazy thing is, the Boar spawn at level 3 deals so much damage. It's already triple base stats and it's triple ability. I already forget what the base stats of Boar is, but it pretty much just like it's a game changer. Boar is absolutely massive as a random tier 6 summon. So got level 2 blobfish here and got a clownfish to level 2 as well. Looking pretty good just to try to survive the mid game. Then I run into just a nasty jellyfish team. Pretty crazy. Not going to be able to beat that team. That's okay. Anyway, just a random segments about, I don't even, like, well, okay, hold on. I could just talk about other things since like the mid game here isn't super interesting, right? This is like before I get all the summons involved. I took a hamster to try to get like just more gold. So this is a great time to just like talk about random stuff. Um, so yeah, one movie that I watched somewhat recently is The Witch, which it's a horror movie from like 2014 starring Anya Taylor Joy, or yeah, whatever her name is. It's also directed by the guy who directed The Lighthouse and also The Northman. I don't know if people like know these movies. They're like The Lighthouse is a very unique movie and pretty cool, but The Witch is the previous movie that this guy directed. He seems to really value like trying to be accurate to the time with the dialogue. So the dialogue is very weird and confusing sometimes. And I think The Witch is like The Lighthouse, except it's not quite as like stylized. Like the way that the lighthouse is shot, it's in like black and white, and it looks really interesting and unique. That doesn't really happen too much more frequently, but yeah, I don't know. It wasn't bad. I think for like horror movies nowadays, I've watched so many horror movies that it's harder. You build up like a tolerance, right? So it's harder to get scared. So if a horror movie doesn't scare you, is that bad? It doesn't really matter to me as long as it's just like a good movie. Because I can watch something like even Hereditary and just like I don't find it that scary anymore, but I think it's a pretty good movie. And I think it's kind of the same for The Witch, but I don't know. I wasn't like in love with it. It's pretty good. I'll just say that. And yeah, trying to go for level 3 Seagull. I'm sure there's a bunch more that I could say about it, but I usually just forget. Like, yeah, I don't know. Just reviewing movies is, I'm not that knowledgeable about movies anyway. This is just like random takes that probably don't really make any sense. But I got Melon on the Seagull, so that's cool. I should just talk about Super Auto Pets. Stick to what I actually know, but there's only so much you can talk about Super Auto Pets. Got a tapir spawn. That's pretty lucky. Oh yeah, one thing that's actually coming up. If you're interested in joining a tournament for this game, there's a 5v5 team tournament that is actually coming up. That is a interesting format. So the way it works is you have a team of usually 7 people and 5 play every week. You have a team captain and everyone gets to play. There's like an auction where people buy players for like points. I probably could explain this better, but pretty much you get to play just one match a week for the most part. Some weeks you get buys. You get to schedule it whenever you want. And then, so of the 5 players, it's 1v1 matches, and whatever team wins 3 of their matches wins the week. And look at that. I just gave Melon to a boar. It's only level 1, but still, such good value there. Love to see it. And so yeah, it's a great tournament for pretty much everyone. If you're good at the game, then like, I don't know, it's just a fun team tournament. And if you're not good at the game, it's a great opportunity to play against people because it's based off of seed. So you play people who are like the relative to your skill level. And so you also get great practice because you'll be on a team with a bunch of good players and you can get coached if you want to. I don't know how interested people are in competitive SAP, but it's a great tournament for that, I think. And go ahead and roll, take another turkey probably. Only have one summon here, and I have this level 3 Seagull, so it's looking a little scary. I'm also on lethal. Wow, so yeah, it's I mean, luckily I don't lose. You can obviously check. I'm not gonna just like show a video where I die on turn, whatever this is, and then just the game ends. That would be kind of funny though, as just like a debate. I mean, Val or I once said like, I feel like I've been, oh god, what was the word he used? I don't even know. Debated or something, or trolled when you just get to 9 wins and then lose. I think it's great though, just building up the suspense. Like, oh my god, he could win, he could lose, anything can happen, you know? And as long as I get like the build that I want to, I don't mind just getting to 9 wins. I could just take another eagle. If I'm trying to go for just like a whole bunch of tier 6s, then I could just go with like eagles and popcorn and 1-ups, but I don't know. I just decided to mix it up and stick with the orca. Orca popcorn actually can have a purpose. If you have a level 3 orca and it's in the 4th slot, a 1-up doesn't really do anything compared to a level 2. So actually a popcorn in that situation might be better, because then you still get the 3 spawns and then you also get a tier 6 spawn, which is usually better than what the orca spawns, but not always. It at least has better stats, probably. Although with just level, the popcorn just spawns like the base stats. This eagle, pretty amazing, spawns just absolutely massive units, and you can see it spawned mammoth, it spawned reindeer, and it spawned saber tooth. So those are 3 tier 6s that are pretty nasty. Okay, I guess I was going for level 2 orca. Does that really do much? I could also just go for level 2 white tiger. Yeah. Either one, I guess. But wait, if I get level 3 orca, actually, then it doesn't spawn the 1-up. So I guess I don't want level 3 orca. Also, I decided to go popcorn on the white tiger to get instant spawns. You can see them. Boar, and octo. Just incredible. And then another boar, and then a reindeer. Just incredible stuff. Are these orcas spawning other orcas? What is going on? Is that allowed? I didn't even notice. But yeah, it's fun to watch. It's fun to just see the madness that ensues. I guess I decided to go popcorn, and it doesn't matter. I wouldn't actually, even if I had the gold to level that up, it wouldn't matter because level 3 would, I think it just overrides the popcorn. All right, so here's a 50-50 with lemon. Let's see how it does. The walrus gives some peanuts, and then level 3 octo spawn just incredible. So many spawns, and there we go. Just able to get to 10 wins with this really annoying summon team. Anytime you run into this when you don't have snipers, it's just like, oh my god, did I have to run into this? But it's very fun to play. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.